Mini retro review, Sense and Sensibility. Released in 1995, this adaptation of Jane Austen's classic novel was written by and starred Emma Thompson as Eleanor Dashwood. Thompson is wonderful as the pragmatic,
not be many obstacles to his marrying a woman of no rank, cannot afford to buy sugar,
but vulnerable Eleanor, the oldest of three sisters. Marianne, the younger, played by Kate Winslet, burns with romantic ideals.
Determine intimacy. 7 years would be insufficient to make some people acquainted with each other, and 7 days can be more than enough for others.
And the youngest, the excitable Margaret,
The source of the Nile is in Abyssinia,
played by Amelia Francois. After their father dies, leaving no male heir, the Dashwoods are politely pushed out of their home, Norwood Park. But not until Eleanor meets Edward Ferrars.
Well, naturally. I'm shy of strangers myself, and I have nothing like her excuse.
Played by Hugh Grant, the brother of Fanny, the greedy, snobbish wife of John Dashwood, the new owner of the estate.
They've just lost their father. Their lives will never be the same again.
that is no excuse.
Edward befriends Margaret and soon forms an attachment with Eleanor.
I hate London. No peace. A country living is my ideal, a small parish where I might do some good.
Fanny, in her new lofty status, believes her brother could do better and frets about the possible match. The two are eventually parted when the Dashwoods find another residence, a small cottage on the estate of Sir John Middleton.
Dear ladies, upon my word, here you are.
Played by Robert Hardy, a cousin of the widowed Mrs. Dashwood, played by Gemma Jones. It is here when Marianne meets the older Colonel Brandon, played by Alan Rickman, a quiet and reserved man who falls in love with her at first sight. And the dashing John Willoughby, played by Craig Wise, with whom she falls in love.
Allow me to escort you home.
The rest of the movie ticks over nicely. Hugh Laurie is especially good as Mr. Palmer, the son-in-law of Sir John.
Oh, if only this rain would stop.
Only you would stop.
He was most likely based on archetypal people whom Austen had met during her lifetime. Unhappy individuals that had married for money and status.
'Twas you took her off my hands, Mr. Palmer, and a very good bargain you made of it, too.
And used them for her satirical comedy / commentary. And, of course, the fairy tale conclusion.
That my heart is, and always will be, yours.
That every romantic needed. To update Austen's prose, Thompson weaved modern threads throughout her screenplay, such as using Margaret as a proxy to magnify contemporary attitudes, allowing both suitors, Edward and Brandon, to be seen as brother and father figures. Which grafts on modern sensibilities, making them more likeable to the audience. And Thompson's mirroring of Willoughby's storyline to Brandon's. They both love music, poetry, and both rescue Marianne in the rain.
But we must get her warm.
Thus tapping into the modern sensibilities on why Brandon's actions,
One word which from thy lips doth fall.
not Willoughby's unactions, make Brandon worthy of Marianne's love. Thompson's Oscar-winning screenplay and director Ang Lee's short-footedness turned what could have been a stagey, stiff costume drama into a refreshing and lively adaptation of Austen's classic novel. I adore this movie, as I do the BBC and E&A production of Pride and Prejudice. These are without doubt the best Austen adaptations of all time. If you like the content, please subscribe. Hit the like button and notification bell for new content.
The result was only ruination and despair. Do not desire it, Mr. Ashwood.